fam, let's deep dive into this and make it a proper chat, yeah? Welcome to the Coco Finance Podcast. Your boy Berry Gardner, aka the bad man himself, is here to drop some serious gems. We're going in today, talking about one of the greatest investors to ever do it, Charlie Munger. Now listen, most people on road wouldn't even know a man like Charlie, but in the world of finance, he was like a Yoda. Man was wise beyond belief, you get me? Charlie passed away at a ripe old age of 99. Man lived a long, impactful life, and the knowledge he left behind is priceless. Here's something Charlie once said that stuck with me since I first heard it, and it's something you need to hold on to as well. In my whole life, I have known no wise people who didn't read all the time. None. Zero. Think about that for a second, fam. No wise person he ever knew wasn't deep into reading. But I know what some of you are thinking, like, yo, Berry, reading's long, and how do I even know what's worth reading? Don't worry, I've got you. I'm here to cut through the fluff and give you the lowdown on the books that have not just added value to my life, but helped me build a £100 million empire from the ground up. These books are powerful, fam. But before we get into it, just a quick side note. If you haven't checked out my other video on the 12 books I reread every year, you need to get on that. I'll leave that off this list so we can focus on some fresh material. But seriously, go check it after this. So I like to break things down into what I call the 4 spheres of influence. These are mindset, health, wealth, and skills. These 4 pillars are what's going to help you elevate your game in every area of your life. Let's start with the first one, mindset. First book we're diving into is from the ancient world, but trust me, it's as relevant today as it ever was. Man like Seneca, one of the OGs of Stoic philosophy, wrote Letters from a Stoic. Now, Stoicism is one of those philosophies that's gained mad popularity recently, especially with people like Ryan Holiday doing bits to bring it into the modern day. But if you really want to understand Stoicism, you've got to go straight to the source, because you wouldn't study football by only watching highlight reels. No, blood, you'd want to watch full matches, right? Same here, you want to read the original text to get the full picture. Seneca's Letters from a Stoic is basically a treasure trove of wisdom, broken down into little sound bites you can digest and apply. One quote that slaps different is this: "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." Think about that, fam. Most of our stress, most of our worries, they come from our head, stuff we're imagining, not what's actually happening. So why let that control you? Stoicism is all about keeping calm, staying rational, and making decisions based on logic, not emotion. The next book on this mindset journey is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Now this book right here, bruv, if everyone read this as a kid, the world would be a better place, no cap. The teachings are simple, but they hit hard. There are 4 main agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best. Now these might sound like basic principles, but they're deep, fam. They're like the foundation you need to build a strong, resilient mind. My favourite out of the 4, be impeccable with your word. That's about being real, not just with others, but with yourself. You say you're gonna do something, then do it. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you're chipping away at your self-esteem, and that's not something you can afford to do, you get me? You gotta trust yourself, fam. And that starts with keeping your word, always. Now let's talk about a book that's a bit controversial, but packed with value. 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Man's a bit of a lightning rod for drama, no doubt, but put all that aside and just focus on the wisdom he's sharing. This book's all about self-discipline, about getting your life in order, starting with the small things. One of the rules that stuck with me is this: compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. This one's crucial, especially in this age of social media where everyone's out here flexing their best lives. You can't get caught up in that. Focus on your own growth, blood. Are you better today than you were yesterday? That's all that matters. Keep levelling up one day at a time, and soon enough, you'll be lapping the competition without even realising it. Lastly, when it comes to mindset, you've got to check out Mindset by Carol Dweck. This one's a game changer. Dweck introduces this concept of the growth mindset, the belief that you can learn anything, achieve anything, as long as you're willing to put in the work. The opposite of that is the fixed mindset, where you think your abilities are set in stone. Think about it, fam. How many times have you heard people say, "I'm just not a math person," or "I'm terrible at public speaking"? That's that fixed mindset talking. But when you switch it up and say, "I'm not good at this yet," you're opening doors in your mind, bruv. You're allowing yourself to grow, to get better, and trust me, with that mindset, there's nothing you can't achieve. All right, moving on to the next sphere, health. Now, we all know health is wealth, but too many of us neglect it until it's too late. I've read hundreds of books on health, fitness, and nutrition over the years, but one book that stands out above the rest is Outlive by Peter Attia. This book is a masterpiece, fam. It's not just about living longer, it's about living better. Think about it. What's the point of hitting 100 if the last 20 years are spent in a bed, unable to enjoy life? Nah, that's not what we're here for. Peter Attia breaks it down into actionable steps you can take right now to ensure you live a long, healthy life. He covers everything, from exercise to sleep, from nutrition to mental health, and even the importance of relationships. This book is packed with knowledge, and it's written in a way that you can start applying immediately, no long ting. The reason I'm only recommending this one book in the health section is because it's that comprehensive, my G. It's like the Bible for living well. So if you're serious about not just stacking cheddar, but also enjoying it, you need to grab a copy of this book and start implementing the lessons in your life today. Now, let's talk about something that stresses everyone out. Money. We all want it, we all need it, but not everyone knows how to get it, and more importantly, how to keep it. I've been there, blood. When I first started out, money was the biggest source of stress in my life, but over the years, I've learned some key lessons that have helped me turn that stress into strategy. The first book you need to read on your wealth building journey is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book is all about changing the way you think about money. The truth is, most of us have picked up some pretty unhelpful beliefs about money from people who weren't exactly killing the game, you get me? This book helps you unpack all that and rewire your mindset for success. One of my favourite quotes from this book is, "Saving is the gap between your ego and your income." Deep, right? It's about living below your means, keeping your ego in check, and building that financial cushion that will keep you safe when times get tough. This book will help you shift your mindset from spending to saving, from instant gratification to long-term security. And trust me, that's a game changer. Next up, we've got I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit, Sethi. This book was a turning point for me, fam. It's not just about theory, it's about action. Ramit lays out a step-by-step plan that you can start implementing today to take control of your finances. It's all about automating your savings, investments, and spending, so you don't have to stress about money all the time. One of the biggest takeaways from this book is the idea of automation. Set it and forget it, blood. Once you've got your systems in place, you can focus on building your empire instead of worrying about whether you've saved enough this month. It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around. And trust, once you start seeing your bank account grow, you'll be hooked. And then there's How to Get Rich by Felix. Now, this one's a bit different, fam. Felix was a billionaire who lived life on his own terms. He wasn't just about the money, he was about living a full, adventurous life. And that's what makes this book so unique. The best part about this book, it's not some dry, boring guide to finance. It's packed with personality, with stories of Felix's wild adventures and the lessons he learned along the way. My favourite lesson, anyone not busy learning is busy dying. That's real talk, blood. You've got to stay curious, keep learning, keep evolving. That's how you stay ahead in this game. Alright, now we're on to the last sphere of influence, skills. Now let me keep it real with you. Reading books is great, but when it comes to most skills, you've got to get your hands dirty. You can't learn to ride a bike by reading about it. You've got to hop on and start pedaling, right? But there are a few skills where reading can give you that extra edge, especially when it comes to running a business. First off, we've got Traction by Gino Wickman. This book is a game changer for anyone running a business, whether you're just starting out or you've been in the game for a minute. Gino introduces something called the Entrepreneurial Operating System, EOS, which is basically a framework you can plug into your business to give it structure and direction. And one of the biggest challenges in business is creating a system that scales. When you're starting out, it's easy to just wing it and get by. But as you grow, that approach is going to hit a wall. The systems that got you here won't get you there, fam. That's why having something like EOS in place from day one is crucial. It might feel like overkill in the beginning, but trust me, as your business grows, you'll be glad you did. Next, we've got The Goal by Eliyahu Goldratt. This book isn't about a specific system, it's about a way of thinking. It introduces the theory of constraints, which is all about identifying the bottlenecks in your business and fixing them. The core idea is that every process has a constraint, and your job is to find it and improve it. Imagine your business as a chain, and that chain is only as strong as its weakest link. If you spend all your time strengthening the links that are already strong, you're wasting energy. You've got to find the weak link, the bottleneck, and focus all your efforts on that. This book will help you develop the mindset to continuously improve and grow your business. And speaking of growth, let's talk about product design. If you want to learn how to create offers that people can't refuse, you need to check out $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. This book is packed with strategies on how to make your product or service so irresistible that people feel stupid saying no. One of the biggest lessons I've learned from this book is the importance of value perception. It's not just about what you're selling, it's about how you present it. Hormozi breaks down how to structure your offers so that customers feel like they're getting a deal they can't pass up. And trust me, once you start applying these principles, you'll see your sales skyrocket. Now, let's talk about the skill that's going to bring everything together. Marketing. You can have the best product in the world, but if you don't know how to market it, you're going nowhere. Bam. The first book you need to read on this topic is $100 Million Leads by Alex Hormozi. This book only came out a few months ago, but it's already a must read. It's all about how to generate leads, getting potential customers interested in what you're offering. And let me tell you, once you've got a system for generating leads, you've basically got a money printing machine. Hormozi breaks it down step by step, making it easy for you to apply these strategies to your own business. And once you've got the leads, you've got to convert them into paying customers. That's where copywriting comes in. Ogilvy on Advertising by David Ogilvy is my go-to book on this. Ogilvy was one of the OGs of advertising, and this book is like a masterclass in how to use words to sell. Copywriting is all about understanding human psychology, knowing what makes people tick, what they desire, and how to speak to those desires in a way that moves them to action. Ogilvy's book is packed with timeless lessons that are just as relevant today as they were when he first wrote them. If you can master the art of copywriting, you can sell anything to anyone, fam. And that's a skill that will serve you for life. So there you have it, my G. A deeper dive into the books that have shaped my mindset, health, wealth, and skills. But remember, knowledge is only potential power. It's what you do with that knowledge that counts. So don't just sit there. Go out and grab these books, start applying what you learn, and watch your life transform. If you enjoyed this episode, do your boy a favour and hit that subscribe button. And if you're hungry for even more gems, every week I'm dropping deep dives into business, investing and personal development to help you maximise your return on life. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Links in the description, fam. Alright, that's it from me for today. Stay focused, stay blessed, and keep grinding for that greatness. Peace out, and I'll catch you on the next one, yeah? Safe, my G.